Kansas State. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense getting set for first down. They move the tight end all over. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Out of the shotgun on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Line gets set, first down. The give to the single back. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Running toward the tape. He's at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide out in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed. They're not going to give it right back to you. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The give to the back. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
And the Horned Frogs getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. And we've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter.
TCU 7, Kansas State 0.
Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. So they've got the lead. They can make it a 2-score game with a chip shot field goal, but instead, the offense is out there on 4th down. They're trying to slam it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, TCU!
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. I once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Power football with the run. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Safe completion on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Kansas State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
They're getting this guy lathered up. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They go to the draw. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll try the run. At the 35, he's loose. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Darisaw. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. Movement here from the tight end. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Motion from the offense. Trying play action. Slings it downfield. And the pass is incomplete, charged loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the Horned Frogs headed quickly to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
TCU.
Seems as if he has reservations for 6 every time he touches the ball.
What is that, Reese? That's 3 already, I think, for him in the 1st half. So great start. I'd keep feeding him, I think. He's doing okay.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Now the play fake. Oh, he wants it all. Makes a grab along the left sideline for the huge gain.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, the ground game. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. No good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so They're going to get the football back now. Pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. It's working. Why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. At midfield, he's got room. Afterburner's coming. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, TCU! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Quarterback checking the play. On the move. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll leave it with him. Hits the spin cycle. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Wildcats! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Floating away. He's going to take off. At the 35, he's got room. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Forced out of the pocket. He's got his man.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll try to get it through the air. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's got it. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles. He can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Back to the air one more time. Deep shot for the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Here's the handoff. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's got great speed. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
That ball hit him right in the bad spot, right in the hands. Really unfortunate he didn't come down with that.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
At the 43. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, TCU 20, Kansas State 14.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points and get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll go to the ground. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the 1st here. Touch pass on the run. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive. I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
They immediately... Trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll give it to the back. Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Plows through the defense. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Running with power.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Fast motion from the offense. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Kansas State, 21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He'll fire to his right. Fires into traffic, intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Off the play fake. Fires left. It's caught. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Kansas State.
After this, it'll be a wrap. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Guys, this is a really good win.